Ayo lek, delok motor GP lek, kamu ya rosi main ya. Nang TV.
Tran pitu sinyale gak tekan kene lek. Tekan kene iki bejo-bejan. Mesti mokeh mancat-mancat-mancete. Tran pitu gak mungkin tekan kene. Lho, mending delok iki lho lek. Live streaming. Live streaming iki. Iki lho lek, delon.
Ndi lek?
Lho, iki. Jago nomor piro lek?
31 ya.
Alah, kleru jago tetap menang nomor 69 ya toh. Delon iki 69. Itu. Delon mesti menang yo.
Disiarkan langsung dari sirkuit Reca, balap Weru GP. Posisi pertama, Lebol nomor 69. Posisi kedua, Lean nomor 31. Posisi ketiga, Alvan Cebong nomor 22. Posisi keempat, Hapet nomor 73. Mari kita saksikan balap Weru GP. Ayo ready!
Ya Allah Gusti.
Lek bol iki. Wis panen tak ganti ya, curang ya pisan dong.
ini ya. Rasanya petake orang nganti rateng gedhe ngene iki. Wah. Telepon panitia iki. Halo, Bapak panitia. Ini gimana? Saya kok sampai ratan gede. Harapannya itu kemana? Oh, alah, saya kok sampai ratan gede. Berarti saya salah ini. Ya udah, saya kembali. Ya. Terima kasih.
Aduh, sih gue besi kue nyapa tuh yo. Duh, gak ketok kisan. Alah, kayak biasa.
Selamat ya Bang, selamat.
Ya, terima kasih.
Ya.
Nah, bener omongku to, Le. Sing menang tetep 69. Wong kono iki prinsipe alon-alon sepenting tekan gon kok.
Oh, iya
to iki. Wong nek ra alon-alon penting jungup iki, ngerti ora?
Kemulai, Le.
Nah, wis bar to akhirnya nyekel piala.
Oh iya, Le. Bener omonganmu, Le, tenan, Le. Terus seperti ini alon-alon penting tekan gon, Le. Dibang banter-banter nek tiba malahan.
Lah ya to akhirnya kowe sing nyelinger, Le. Dikandani kok.
Terus lah ya, temper, Le. Nyari tau nggak?
Yus lah, ayo rapat dus.
Row 7, Loris Baz, Tony Elias and Eugene Lafferty. Row 8, Mike Demeglio, Ant West and Damien Cudlin. And row 9, all on his own, the naughty boy, Hector Barbara.
Hector Barbara, if you are just joining us, penalised for an incident this
Closer. Will we have a new 2015?
Is that the Vincenzi? But not enough, it's these two, no love lost anymore, it's a straight war. I think these two, I did not expect to see it all. Marquez lost the rear, now it's a straight shootout down towards turn 1. These two are absolutely Honda does not blast both. Yes, it does now on the brakes. Marquez, did he make the apex? Barely just. Valentino, there was a yard. Valentino took it. We're going to see that all the way through. And of course, what's going to happen while these two are playing like this? The front two are going to clear off. Are you accusing Marquez of playing with Valentino Rossi so Morgan Lorenzo could escape? It was the wrong words. I take it back. There's no playing going on here. They're both as serious as they can be. Here comes Marquez up the inside. And that blocks off Valentino again. This is an absolute war. We saw them come together at Argentina when front wheel touched back wheel. That really cost Marc Marquez. It slung him up the road massively. This time, look at that! That's tough. Very fair. No, it's fair. Of course, tough but fair. Brilliant motorcycle racing. Two of the very best in the world. An icon, a legend.
Two of the best youngsters. Two of the best we've ever seen
in the world. You're going to see more passes in this lap between these two. You can see the entire race on track. That is turned through 10, rising up to 11. Quick nod to Marco Simoncelli here, and these two. That is turn 9 up there. Oh, now, that took 10, rising up to these turn 9 up there. Oh, now, through 10, rising up to 11. Passes in this lap between this time. Look at that. That's tough. Very fair. No, it's fair. Of course, tough but fair. Brilliant, brilliant motorcycle in the world. You're going to see more passes in this lap between that is turn 9 and that through 10, rising up to 11. Quick nod through turn 12. We're on to turn 13. On to turn 13 now.
Quartararo. Brilliant start from Marquez from pole. It's Quartararo. He's done the big job. There's 5 of them. 5 of Quartararo. Marc Marquez now has badly back straight into Brooklands from Rossi and Rings with Vinales then for the Delhi. Blasted into Quartararo's Yamaha. He's on the stretcher. By 0.6 of a second, and the doctor goes down. The crowd on their feet in front of our commentary box position, they cannot believe it. Groans all around us, a bang international circuit. We've been robbed of a grandstand finish here in Malaysia by that massive moment. Valentino Rossi. Well, the slow-mo footage that will this
for the game, and it's an all-Spanish front row as well at the circuit in Catalonia. Danny Pedrosa.
It's of course Valentino Rossi, and the man himself is qualified pretty poorly and has found himself back down the grid. Marc Marquez, though, no shock to find him on pole position yet again for the second consecutive time this year. The young 21-year-old, but I've got to say, he certainly looked very intense today. He doesn't look like he's underestimated Mugello. He's not on home soil, although there's a lot of fans here for the 93 bike. But Julian, you've got to say that Valentino, he has that kind of effect, doesn't he, Mugello?
the second row. Oh, hello, big bosses alert.
Yamaha's top brass here, on the top brass here as well. Valentino Rossi there.
There are contracts to be signed.
There certainly are, and this is the time of the year. Look at this, this is fantastic. Through the years with Valentino Rossi. I'll tell you what, he hasn't aged that much. I said earlier on in the week when we saw him in practice that he looked very, very young still. He looks relaxed here. He doesn't look too
so far this year,
it's one of the it's his 300. You said it all. The qualifying, not what he would have wanted. He wanted a hard tyre in the front. They run it out of allocation, my understanding of it is. So they were going to try a soft. They got the new soft one, but basically just dropped the ball very slightly. I've got to say the team collectively, including himself, he didn't chuck his men under the bus at the conference running as a team. When there's a lot of pressure on him here at Mugello as well.
€600 for one disc. Basically, for 2 discs and 2 brake pads, it's €12,000, which is pretty much the price of a modern day sports bike. So, I just think they're going to have 2 sets of them. Obviously, they have 2 bikes. A man who's been going all weekend, that's when I was Callets, and we're going to work with him. I hope he'll talk to me. We never know with MotoGP.
Almost literally just over the fence. Today's forecast was meant to be thunderstorm. It's fitting that as MotoGP celebrates its 65th anniversary, the sport is back in something of a heartland for the game, and it's an all-Spanish front row as well at the Circuit de Catalunya. Dani Pedrosa taking his first pole position of the season, the first rider other than Marc Marquez to head the grid at any of the races so far this year. Marquez, the championship leader, has been in dominant.
You've said it all really, Craig. At the end of the day, in the red corner is Marc Marquez. In the yellow corner here at Mugello, he's not on home soil, although there's a lot of fans here for the 93 bike. But Julian, you've got to say that Valentino, he has that kind of effect, doesn't he, in Mugello?
He does indeed. The lights go out. Good start there from Valentino Rossi, second on the grid. He's already gone past Zoran Taka. We've got an absolute horror show start. Coming through, though, is the Bologna Balloon of Andrea Dovizioso. Jack Miller is also there as well. He's got the inside line, but Rossi leads.
Just in the 6.5 tenths.
Rossi has gone down at turn number 1. Unbelievable. Rossi was leading by 0.6 of a second, and the doctor goes down.
The crowd are on their feet in front of our commentary box position. They cannot believe it. Groans all around the Sabang International Circuit. We've been robbed of a grandstand finish here in Malaysia by that massive moment. Valentino Rossi.
Well, the slow-mo footage that will break the hearts of Valentino Rossi fans.
Favourite overtaking place at this circuit. Even Rossi, I don't think, will attempt it this time around. The Ducatis of Iannone, in particular, try
15s of Andrea Dovizioso and Andrea Iannone. There's Polispargo in 7th place. Good start to this race for Polispargo. He's gained 5 places on the opening lap.
Rossi closing up on Marc Marquez. Remember the war of words on Thursday evening from Rossi. Down the back straight, well over 200 miles an hour, down through the gearbox into turn 15.
About to complete the first lap then. It is Pedrosa from Marquez. That is Valentino Rossi finding it hard to go with his team right up onto the back wheel of Valentino Rossi. This is going to be the first. Finding it hard to go with his team. And Lorenzo makes his move up the inside the first corner. Caught Rossi in the braking zone for a turn. Rossi tries to go Lorenzo in the third.
Lorenzo's been mighty aggressive on the first lap, even more aggressive up at turn 1. They almost touched, but Lorenzo now up into third.
Dovizioso. Marc Marquez now has with Vinales then. Across the Lorenzo! He's at the Dovizioso as well! Unbelievable! Fire from the Ducati! The high five. Down he went, brought the back to the Ducati.
Blinking in changes at the top of the championship table.
They're looking to... Brilliant move by Lorenzo on the brakes down into that first corner to take third place away from Valentino Rossi. The live World Championship standings, Rossi's lead will be cut down to 8 points heading to that final round in Valencia. Of course, it was 8 points, the gap between Rossi and Nicky Hayden 9 years ago, and we all know what happened there between the American and the Italian. Can Rossi respond in his favourite braking zone, turn number 9? No, he can't, not close enough. Lorenzo holds firm. Lorenzo and Rossi then trying to break away from Dovizioso. Iannone really opening lap of this from Valentino Rossi. Lorenzo has finally broken that determined early charge of the Ducati GP. Opening lap of this Grand Prix, and Lorenzo now in 2nd place. He took full advantage of that mistake by Marquez at the turn number 4. We're back on board with Marquez through turn. Valentino Rossi. Lorenzo, has he finally broken that determined early charge of the Ducati GP, struggling to go with his Ducati teammate. He's dropped down in 6th place.
Valentino Rossi made a decent start
with Fabio Quartararo. Now this would...
Massive high side!
Absolute monster high side for the world champion. Asking too much of the power.
Goodness me, that was vicious. Tyres have been cooled down and that hurt.
Well, he got pinged straight up in the air. He actually landed on his feet and got a face planted, head-butted the tarmac.
Goodness me,
you know
that
what?
hurt.
That's just cruising behind Quartararo. He's just not got enough time.
15,
about to complete the 2nd lap, and still Dani Pedrosa that leads the way from Marc Marquez. Then it's Lorenzo through turn number 15. Valentino Rossi in 4th. Now, what's the gap between Lorenzo and Rossi at the end of this 2nd lap? 0.6, and worrying for Valentino Rossi, half a second quicker than the Italian.
This is Lorenzo in turn 1. This is where he took over 3rd place on the last lap from Valentino Rossi. Lorenzo really has got the charge on through turn 3. They start climbing the hill. Up
Close up to move up the inside. Rossi takes third place. He's up the inside of Marquez. Rossi makes it stick. Rossi back up into third. Marquez tries to squirt it back through 5. Rossi's got the inside line. Rossi third.
Marquez will fight back. Rossi up into third place through 5, and now coming through turn 6. Marquez very close through 6, 7 and 8 coming up. One of the favourite overtaking places about to arrive. It's turn 9, and Marquez closing up on Rossi. Round 8 they come. Little short straight. 9 approaches.
When was the last time we saw Marc Marquez going backwards in a MotoGP race? It's Dani Pedrosa, his teammate, that still holds an 0.8 of a second advantage over Jorge Lorenzo. There was Rossi, a little bit slow coming out of turn 9. He's under pressure from Marquez, but Marquez is having pretty major front-end grip issues in the early part of this race. He took full advantage of that mistake by Marquez up at turn number 4. We're back on board with Marquez.
Will we have a new 2015?
Quartararo's down! Is that the Vicioso as well? It is! Unbelievable! From the factory Ducatis, clattered in, believe it. They're trying to get that bike into the Vicioso now. I hope he's okay. Rossi tries to come back to the inside. Rossi's back through. The tarmac run off quite a few times there. Top 10. Just wonder if we might see a red flag here. Stefan Grado. Shocker for Andrea Vicioso. Through turn 19, Rossi. Lorenzo, has he finally broken that determined early charge of the Ducati GP? Lorenzo up the inside of both the factory Ducatis at turn number 4. Brilliant from the number 99. That was reminiscent of Andrea Iannone last weekend at Phillip Island when he swept under Marc Marquez and Valentino Rossi.
There will be no front row, there will be no pole today. Marquez limps away. That hurt. That was vicious, vicious stuff.
100th Grand Prix start. Valentino Rossi leads here. In Phillip Island. Quartararo's down. That was a factory Ducati. It was Petrucci. Huge high side for Petrucci at the southern loop, and he's taken Quartararo down as well. Early drama here in Australia. This is the moment involving Petrucci, Quartararo. Polispargo in 7th place. Good start to this race for Polispargo. He's gained 5 places on the opening lap.
Rossi closing up on Marc Marquez. Remember the war of words on Thursday evening from Rossi. Down the back straight, well over 200 miles an hour, down through the gearbox into turn 15.
We're about to complete the first lap then. It is Pedrosa from Marquez, then it's Valentino Rossi finding it hard to go with his team. Right up onto the back wheel of Valentino. Barcelona. What? Petrucci's dream is realised! He is a MotoGP!
Alhamdulillah!
Alhamdulillah! Oh Mas, bagaimana Mas rasanya juara 1 Mas? Suka. Masnya ini ngerasa nggak akan juara 1 ini? Cuma tidak biasa. Nah, buat hadiah apa Mas hadiahnya Mas? Tidak dapat hadiah. Jangan lupa subscribe. Bagus tak?
Sylvain Gintley on the Suzuki. Happy Siren, the fastest Bruce. Brilliant start from Marquez from pole. Quartararo's down! Is that the Vicioso as well? Fire from the Ducati. Down he went, what the fact of the Ducati. Clapton didn't believe it. They're trying to get that bike out. They're looking to Dovizioso now. I hope he's okay because he looked hurt. Nowhere to into the air. He's rolled through the tarmac run off quite a few times there. I just wonder if we might see a red flag here if they can't give a Fabio Quartararo. A shocker for Andrea Dovizioso. Marc Marquez now has down the back straight into Brooklands from Rossi and Rins, with Vinales then following Morbidelli. Clattered into Quartararo's Yamaha. He's on the stretcher. Well, Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki at the sharp end of this one then as they now hit around Maggots and Beckett. Quartararo into the air, he's rolled through the tarmac run off quite a few times there. I just wonder if we might see a red flag here if they can't get the Fabio Quartararo. A shocker for Andrea Dovizioso. Marc Marquez now has back straight into Brooklands from Rossi and Rins, with Vinales then following Morbidelli. Clattered into Quartararo's Yamaha. He's on the stretcher. Well, Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki at the sharp end of this one then as they now hit around into the air. He's rolled through the tarmac run off quite a few times there. I just wonder if we might see a red flag here if they can't give a Fabio Quartararo. A shocker for Andrea Dovizioso. Marc Marquez now has the back straight into Brooklands from Rossi and Rins, with Vinales then following Morbidelli. Clattered into Quartararo's Yamaha. He's on the stretcher. Well, Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki at the sharp end of this one then as they now hit around Maggots and Beckett. High five. Down he went. What the fact of the Ducati. Clapton didn't believe it. They're trying to get that bike out. They're looking to Dovizioso now. I hope he's okay because he looked hurt. Nowhere to push into the air. He's rolled through the tarmac run off quite a few times there. I just wonder if we might see a red flag here if they can't give a Fabio Quartararo. A shocker for Andrea Dovizioso. Marc Marquez now has down the back straight into Brooklands from Rossi and Rins, with Vinales then following Morbidelli. Clattered into Quartararo's Yamaha. He's on the stretcher. Well, Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki at the sharp end of this one then as they now hit around. What the fact of the Ducatis. Clapton didn't believe it. They're trying to get that bike out. They're looking to Dovizioso now. I hope he's okay because he looked hurt. Nowhere to push into the air. He's rolled through the tarmac run off quite a few times there. I just wonder if we might see a red flag here if they can't give a Fabio Quartararo. A shocker for Andrea Dovizioso. Marc Marquez now has down the back straight into Brooklands from Rossi and Rins, with Vinales then following Morbidelli. Clattered into Quartararo's Yamaha. He's on the stretcher. Well, Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki at the sharp end of this one then as they now hit around Maggots and Beckett. Clapton didn't believe it. They're trying to get that bike out. They're looking to Dovizioso now. I hope he's okay because he looked hurt. Nowhere to push into the air. He's rolled through the tarmac run off quite a few times there. I just wonder if we might see a red flag here if they can't give a Fabio Quartararo. A shocker for Andrea Dovizioso. Marc Marquez now has down the back straight into Brooklands from Rossi and Rins, with Vinales. Happy siren, the battered bruise. Go, brilliant start from Marquez from pole. Is that Quartararo's down? Is that Dovizioso as well? It is. There's unbelievable fire from the Ducati. The high side. Down he went. What the factory Ducatis. Clapton didn't believe it. They're trying to get that bike out. They're looking to Dovizioso now. I hope he's okay because he looked hurt. Nowhere to push into the air. He's rolled through the tarmac run off quite a few times there. I just wonder if we might see a red flag here if they can't give a Fabio Quartararo. A shocker for Andrea Dovizioso. Marc Marquez now has down the back straight into Brooklands from Rossi and Rins, with Vinales then following Morbidelli. Clattered into Quartararo's Yamaha. He's on the stretcher. Down he went. What the factory Ducatis. Clapton didn't believe it. They're trying to get that bike out. They're looking to Dovizioso now. I hope he's okay because he looked hurt. Nowhere to push into the air. He's rolled through the tarmac run off quite a few times there. I just wonder if we...